Live from the LJPCBM studios from Savannah, Georgia. It is time for LJPCBM Friday. And now, here's the stars of the show: Nick Shepard, Benny Mooney, and Remix Clone.
Thank you, David Falcon. Let's begin indeed. Hello, people. Sujara speaking. Welcome to Friday's episode number 435, the final season premiere. Now, I was going to say season 12 premiere, but I decided, nah, this is something I really want to accomplish for and things like that. Anyways, this is something I really want to accomplish for, and I want to be solo for this episode, sadly, because I want to do this anyway. You're welcome to be in the chat, but, that's just me, of course. But, that's just me. Anyway, so today's episode is going to be not one, not two, but basically a lot of dev topics. And, of course, I got some personal news on my main channel. I got 15,001 videos as of today. 50,000 plus videos of today. Right now, I'm at 15,001 videos right now. And I'm currently at the middle stages of reaching the goal of that goal. So, of 16,000 by the time we finish the series. Unfortunately to say this, folks, I will get back to the whole thing. So, if I want to, that'd be great, because I want to get this that way. So there you go. So, how you all doing? It makes time, so it can make it anyway. So let's do dev topics now. What we got for us, shall we? What we got for us? Let's see. Okay, there we go. Then bring it that way. Anyway, the first dev topic I want to talk about is but basically Tom Shepard. Let's see. Okay. Born Thomas Shachar, okay. He was a chef and English playwright and screenwriter. He wrote for film, radio, and stage and television, fine promises with plays. He works covered with themes of human rights, censorship, and political freedom, okay. Always delivering in the deeper political debates of society. Started playwright of the Royal National Theatre, was one of the most international performed revival of his generation. It was correctly compared with William Shakespeare and George Bernard Shaw. He was knighted with the Conservation of the Theatre by Queen Elizabeth II in 1997. It was awarded the Order of Merit in 2000. Born Shepard was left in Jewish child refugee. Friend, what pronunciation was, organization. Okay. He settled with his family in England after the war in 1946, after spent the previous 3 years, 1943 to 1946, at the boarding school in Derry, like that. Then operates by that. After being educated in schools, he now began his work in Yorkshire. Shepard, being a journalist, became a journalist and dramatic critic, and then in 1960 a playwright. His most performed plays include One Tries and Jersey and Dead, 1966, Jumpsters, 1972, Trial Disease, 1974, 90 Days, 1978, The Real Fate, 1982, Holiday, 1993, Vision of Love, 1997, Because of RuPaul, 2002, Rock and Roll, 2006, Reporter Strike in 2020. He won a screenplay for Brazil in 1985, Part of the Sun in 1987, Russell House in 1990, Billy Bathgate in 1991, Shakespeare in Love in 1998, Enrique Bond in 2001, and the Anna Cabrera in 2012, as well as the BBC HBO limited series Parade's End 2013. He directed the film Robin Squares and Johannesburg Dead in 1990, adopted his own 1966 play and his screenplay, with Gary Oldman and Tim Roth in his leads. Okay? Sharper received numerous awards and honors, including an Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for Shakespeare in Love, 3 Rogers Awards, and 5 Tony Awards. In 2008, Daily Telegraph ranked him number 11 in the list of the 100 most popular, powerful people in British culture. Small play, Robert Sand, the Jewish community in the early 20th century via premiere in 2020. At Rotherham Theatre, it won the Lawrence Revolver Award for Best New Play and later the 2023 Tony Award for Best Play. He died November 29, 2025. He was 88 years old. I'm not going to read everything, so that's just me, of course. The next step, top has to do with Brian Hayes, born that name. Excuse me. He was a Australian British radio presenter who was known in the United Kingdom in the phone interview shows. He works for the presenter on BBC and LBC. Born on December 17th, 1947. The son of Meyer, Hayes was born in Western Australia. He left school at age 15 and worked in the mining company before getting a job in the news 3 years for the radio station Royal Organs like that. Started work with the radio station in Perth and Western Australia, presenting and producing roles. Broadcasting career began with this. He moved to the UK and joined Cabin Radio with his obsession in 1973. First producer and talk programming, then presented Channel Open Ride. But before making his name as presenter of those in the morning interview and phone show on LBC Radio from 1976 to 1990. He already adopted an argumentation style of callers, making it clear he did not suffer fools sporadically. Okay? Though sometimes some of that some cause relations like that. It was considered a valuable access to the station, okay? It was once considered in the private eye as Ray Bastard. Wow. The programming name him one of the network's best known voices, okay? From 1990 onwards, Hayes appeared on various stations, including presenting the BBC's Radio 2 breakfast show throughout 1992, was substituted that subtitle as Good Morning UK throughout his tenure. He left the show in the year due to priority. He was replaced by the show's former host, Terry Wogan, in January 1993. Hayes presented weekly phone-in Hayes on Britain and on BBC Radio 2 in the 1990s, when it goes on a radio award for best phone-in, best programming in Malaysia, as well as sitting for Jimmy Young, the successor of Germany Vine, until 2006. He worked on BBC Radio 5 Live until 2006, and BBC Radio 4 on various programming, but anyway, until including Not Today, Thank You. And during the mid-2000s, he presented Friday nights on BBC Radio 5 Live, and on Sunday nights he returned to LBC. He died on November 30th, 2025. He was 87 years old. Popular culture, he's mentioned as a song Hello by the Beloved. The next step, top out is Billy Nichols. For William Lee Nichols, he was an American guitarist and soul songwriter from Garland, Mississippi. He was writer of Do It Till You're Satisfied, number 2 Billboard 100 hit, the funk group BT Express 1974. He was one of 9 children born by Bell and Tom Sanders on April 30th, 1940. He was a farmer who played blues guitar in spare time, inspired by his father and blues musicians he heard on the radio. Nichols taught himself guitar at the age of 14. His family moved to Springfield, Massachusetts, where Nichols played with various bands, including the gospel group named Bells of Harmony. In 1963, Nichols joined Jimmy Vicks. and the Bears and recorded a single. The group was mentioned in Bob Warden got some local radio airplay, but by November, the group broke up. Wow. His career began with this. In 1964, the Coles moved to Detroit, my dad, anyway, and stayed with his uncle. He was hired by Matone Studio Records, my dad. With his first job, he was playing with Marvin the Validays. Nichols was also in the Matone Roll Band, led by Choga Campbell. 1965, the same year, anyway, 1965, he became a musical director for Marvin Gaye. Nichols' first break songwriter came in 1966 when Billy Stewart took Nicole to the Chess Records in Chicago to record his song "To Love to Love." Anyways, coming this Shannon with Shannon tour, Nichols moved to New York to lead the house band at the Crystal Ballroom. Billy Nichols and the Soul Swingers played the Crystal Ballroom for about 3 years. In 1971, Nichols led rehearsals on Garment, Two Gentlemen of Vergana musical play. Nichols continued to compose and had his first Billboard Top 20 hits. In 1972, when Millie Jackson recorded "Ask Me When You Want." Okay? Nichols' most successful period came with working with BT Express, "Do It to Your Side Spot," was recorded and released in 1974. Nichols went on to write and produce other songs for the group, such as "Can't Stop Grooving" and "Shout Out." And then in the 70s, Nichols produced 2 rap records, which is still bad now. Joey Spicer, The Adventures of Super Rhymes, died in 1979. Count Cole out. With that, Rock, Boss Records, 1980. He died on November 30th, 2025. He was 85 years old. Rappers such as Will Smith, B. Seagal, EPMD, Rappers P, Ice Cube, P. Diddy's my name. Anyway, Jay-Z, Guitarist, Dr. Dre, D.Y. Soul have some favorite Nichols' music. Some of his songs, "Do It," have heard in the song entitled "Andrews," performed by recording artist Truth Hearts. Won 2 BMI awards for most urban play of the year 2002. The next step, top half of Warren Williams. Born that name, he was an Australian rock musician in the 1950s. Wow. It was pioneer Australian rock music forming the group Warren Williams and the Squares. He was born on April 5th, 1940. Wow. A fourth child, Sabaro, Williams born Warren Williams. Wow. In the Squares, in January 1958. After the tradition of Billy Haley in the Comets, the group released its debut single, "My Teenage Love," in December 1959. And California my dad, April 1960. By the end of 1960, Williams left the Squares. His first single in the solo career was "My Little Girl," released in 1960. His television career began with this. William Williams and the Square made their first television appearance on Johnny O'Keefe's television show, 6 O'Clock Rock, in July 1959. He was one of the most popular artists in 6 O'Clock Rock. He started the most popular music TV show, Bandstand, in the 50s and the 60s. After the Squares, William signed up with the Sweden label in 1961 and released several singles, e.g. "Starfelt from Heaven." The song reached the World Top 20 in 1961. Several Australian states. Wow. He went on to form his own publishing company, Williams Called Music Party Ltd, with friends Coy. Someone that pronounced it. Sorry. It was Williams joined the Cartman in March 1964. The Cartman backed him on his song "It's Party Time." Same year, 1964, Beatlemania swept Australia, and his popularity began to lag with the rise in pop music. He performed in clubs and comment shows. Anyways, and then the nostalgic circuits like that. Personal life and death. He had 4 children: William Warren Jr., Don, Tracy, and Andrew. The 3 sons are popular performers throughout Australia with the show Brothers in Harmony. The band's named after the father's nickname, the Shy Guys. He died of a long illness on November 30th, 2025. He was 85 years old. The next step topic has to do with David Mellahan. Born that name, he was American film producer with studio executive. He's also a co-founder of TwiStar Pictures. Anyway. Born on July 5th, 1943, he spent the early days in a career at Columbia Pictures, where he eventually served as executive vice president until co-founding TwiStar in 1982. Films he produced including Wes Ian, Gilbert Grape, and Colors of Night. In 1995, he joined Regency Enterprises, serving as its CEO for the next 13 years. Normal films produced by Regency during his tenure including Heat, LA Confidential, Fight Club, and Mr. and Mrs. Smith. He retired after executive producing Biological in 2010. Madison has 2 daughters. He died in his home in Beverly Hills, California last Tuesday. He was 82 years old. The next step talks to Steve Qualbier. Born Stephen Lee Qualbier, something like that. Sometimes known as Colonial, he was an American guitarist, songwriter, record producer. He was a guitarist in Sax Records, house band, Booker T, and MGs, which backed artists such as Otis Ray, Wilson Pickett, Sam Dave, Carl Thomas, Rufus Thomas, and finally Johnny Taylor. He's also on the producer of many of these artists' records, like that. He was later a member of the Blue Brothers Band, something like that. Rolling Art Stone Machine magazine rating him number 26 in this 100's greatest guitarists. He won 2 Grammy Awards, 7 nominations. Born in Durham, Missouri. Wow. Okay. October 21st, 1941. He was raised in Durham, Missouri, and West Plains. Wow. Before moving to his family to Memphis at age 9. Memphis, he was opposed to black church music. We have impacted him musically. Qualbier acquired his first guitar at age 14. He attended Memphis High School. Modern guitarists including the Tall Farrell, Chuck Berry, Jimmy Reed, Chet Atkins, Ron Pauling of the 5 royalties for that. Okay, the K Brothers Band, and Billy Butler and the Bill Garden Band. Okay, his career began with this, okay? Qualbier's guitarist Charlie Freeman formed the Wall Spades, but eventually became the Marquis. The name referred to the Marquis outside Sax Studios, known as Satellite Records at the time. Eventually, the Marquis began playing on sessions had a hit single on their own with Last Night in 1961. Besides being impressed with the young guitarist playing, sax recordings with President Jim Stewart saw progression as mandatory beyond Qualbier's years. When American Records, I'm going to close this up right now, when American Records founder Chet Morton sax, anyway, Qualbier became the company's AR man. He became the founding member of the sax house band Booker T and the MGs, along with Hammond organ player Booker T. Jones. Booker T. Bookworm. Anyway, next, bassist Louis Steinman was played by Donald Duck Dillon. Okay, Donald Duck from Disney. Anyway, so that thereafter. Anyway, next, and drummer Al Jackson Jr. Okay, as a house guitarist, he played on many recordings such as "Sit on the Dock on the Bay," covered with and performed by Otis Ray and 7 Days Soul Band, on which he was mentioned by name. With Qualbier played on songs made recorded by Blue Brothers, lead John Bossy. Again, mentioned Qualbier on the early sax recordings. Qualbier is known for having played in 1956 when expired and later used a blonde Telecaster. At this time, Qualbier's fame was not limited to the United States. The Beatles' favorite Cropper's played his production Otis Redding's records. John Lennon and Paul McCartney's made Taylor's plans to record in Memphis to work with guitarists. However, Brian Epstein canceled the sessions and cited security problems. Wow. While official work with Booker T and MGs, Cropper got knock on wood with A4 in the magic midnight hour with Wilson Pickett and sitting on the docks in the bay with Reigns on that. In 1969, Cropper released his first solo album with it Roll Up With My Friends. Wow. Cropper swept sax in the fall of 70. The Trouble lost one of the most successful producers and songwriters. Cropper set up TMI Studios with Jerry Williams and former marquee while he shoots. He worked with many musicians including Tom Power, Ron Stewart, John Pride, Jose Falasso, John Beck Group, Ringo Starr, and John Lennon. Wow. Go down. Anyway. By 1975, Cropper must move to Los Angeles along with Jones, Jackson, and Dodd, formed Booker T and MGs. Okay, Jackson, whom Cropper called the greatest drummer who ever walked the earth. Okay, was murdered in his Memphis home before the group could make their comeback. Wow. In 1978, Cropper did Dodd because Murr became members of the 11 Elms RCO All-Stars. They wanted to figure Pomeroy in the Blues Brothers Band with drummer Willie Hall. They selected 2 albums appearing in the movies The Blues Brothers and Blues Brothers 2000. The movie soundtracks. Pomeroy also recorded Sitting on the Dock in the Bay in 1979, but for Chevy Hager. Well, okay. Cropper lived in Los Angeles the next 13 years before moving to Nashville, Tennessee, reunited with the Blues Brothers Band in 1988. He had a cameo in the world Al Yankovic mockumentary, The Company Al, 1985, where he plays a soul man, and unsuccessful attempt to join Al's band. Wow. In 1981, Cropper played on 2 separate nights. Star Legend Silvo 1991 concerts as part of the Celebration Silvo hosted in 1992 Expo manifestation. Concerts over the 5 nights included some of the world's best guitarists such as Cropper, Keith Richards, B.B. King, Robert Craig, Eric Clapton, Bo Diddley, Brian May, guitarist Brian May, Albert Collins, Bob Dylan, Joe Brady, and Steve Vai. Wow. In 1992, Booker T and the Mid-G's were done in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Cropper appeared with a new lineup at the group of Bob Dylan's 30th anniversary concert. In October 1992, Madison Square Garden, performing songs of backing Dylan, Eric Clapton, George Harrison, Tom Petty, Johnny Cash, Chrissy I, Somebody Connor, C.B. Wonder, and Neil Young. Okay? The concert was was recorded and later released in the 30th anniversary concert celebration in 1993. As Young later considered this lineup of Booker T and MGs, touring with him and recording as a studio band. In 1996, Cropper was named the greatest living guitar player of all time by Britain's Mojo magazine. Wow. When asked he was thought about Cropper, the guitarist Keith Richards said, "Perfect man." In February 1998, Cropper released the interview Play It Steve, which included some of the soul music's most enduring songs. The albums would come up from the shout of the title plays by Moore and Sam and Dave's, Soul Man, and later by John Boschke with the Blues Brothers. In June 2004, Cropper appeared with Don Jones, the backing band with the Eric Clapton's Crossroads Guitar Festival, held in Garden Ball in Dallas. Others who appeared included John Walsh and David Hoggill. In June 2005, Crawford was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Wow. He co-produced Mel's album 2007, recorded Australian soul singer Jai Sebastian. Wow. Crawford also played guitar on the Supreme tour, which also recorded and released 2 years later the Memphis tour. On March 2nd, 2008, Crawford and Sebastian were guests on Vega Sunday session with host Mark Gable, the rock band the Core Boys. On July 29th, 2008, Crawford and Felix Crawford pronounce it, sorry. Anyways, released the album Nudge Up in the Notch. In August 2008, Crawford appeared in the Rhythm Festival alongside the Animals. On November 12, 2009, EMP, something like that, presented Crawford with the Founders Award. In October 2010, Crawford was inducted to the National Songwriters Hall of Fame. On August 2011, Crawford released the album Dedicated, which was tribute to 5 royalties. Wow. Royalties, okay, makes sense. Anyway. In 2013, he was a special guest in several concerts as part of the Pierre Frampton's Guitar Circus Tour. The first performance, which featured Frampton, Robert McRae, and Vince Gill. Let me see. Okay. I don't know what it was, but anyway, more. In April 2013, Crawford appeared with Joe's, Matt Guitar Murphy, and of course, as well as Booker T and MG's, and Eric Clapton's Crossroads Guitar Festival in Madison Square Garden, New York City. On November 2021, Crawford's Fire Up was nominated for the Grammy Award on the Best Commercial Blues album category. In August 2024, the band named Steve Crawford the Midnight Hour. Crawford released the album Friendly Town. Billy Gibbons and ZZ Top featured the lead guitar throughout the album, while Brian May Queen guested in the single Too Much Stress. Wow. Crawford had passed away in Nashville, Tennessee on December 3rd, 2025, which was last Wednesday. He was 84 years old. The cause of death was not immediately known, but a few days before, he was in rehabilitation faculty in Nashville, Tennessee, recovering from a recent fall. Wow. The next step, Tom has to Robert Bruce Ball, born Robert Bruce Ball, something like that. He was an American Publisher Prize-winning journalist, publisher and editor-in-chief of Chicago Tribune. He was born on Newark, New Jersey on March 9th, 1955. Robert Bruce Dahl and Margaret Dahl. He grew up in Grand Ridge, New Jersey from 1973 to 1978. He attended the University of Illinois in Champaign, Illinois, where he received a BS and MS journalism. Okay? Now, his special career began with this. Dahl started as a submarine reporter in the Chicago Tribune in 1978. He's also contributed to About Downbeat magazine, Jazz Craig. The Tribune hired him as a regular reporter in 1983, became his critical writer before joining the editorial board in 1990. In 1995, he was born in he became deputy page editor and columnist in the Tribune. In 1993, while a member of the editor board, he wrote a 10-part series that won the Press Shorts for editor writing. So I read this. For his series, his editor part declined the Murder the 3-year-old boy. Wow, this is scary, I know. For his abusive mother, according to the Illinois child welfare system. And in 2000, Dahl was named editor page editor. The Tribune earned a dozen national awards for editorials. He received 2003 Personal Prize for annual writing. This was followed in the Personal Prize in 2009, 2010, and 2011. In February 2016, Dahl was named editor of the Chicago Tribune, following former Tribune editor-in-chief Joel Turn, who was best known for Roman Bucolic, married Ellie Car Norris 1982. They have 2 daughters. He died last Wednesday. He was 7 years old after a 4-year battle with unbearable cancer. My last step, Thomas has with Carrie Armstrong Tawaga. Wow. That's a long name. Boy, that name is just so much name with. Anyways, he's an actor and film producer who was best known for his role with the evil sorcerer Saint John in various works of Mario Kombat franchise. He first played a character in the 1995 film adaptation, inspired in 2013 for the television series Mario Kombat Legacy, and in 2019 the video game Mario Kombat 11. Wow. Because his villains, he became known for the film roles in Madison Poyer in 1987, James Bond film Last Me Kill in 1989, Showdown Tokyo in 1991, American Me in 1992, Rising Sun in 1993, Mortal Kombat in the year I was born, The Phantom 96, Snow Falling on Skidars in 1989, Phil Harper in 2001, Planet of the Apes also in 2001, Members of Kasha in 2005, Tegan in 2009, something like that. 47 Ryan in 2014, Keaton 2, Forest Revenge in 2014, and 5 Cuban and 2 Strings in 2016. Stars Trade Minister Tom Risky of Washington, the Amazon Prime television series, The Man in High Castle from 2015 to 2018, and Wannabe on the Netflix series Lost in Space from 2018 to 2021. He was born in Tokyo, Japan on September 27, 1950. Son of Japanese actress Morako Hai and the Japanese-American father who was in service in the United States Army and was stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Oh, wow. Fort Bragg, Louisiana, and Fort Hood, Texas. Wow. His mother talks over English and Japanese. Wow. But he's also spoken some Russian and Korean and Spanish. Wow. Anyways, as an army brat, Tawaga was raised with various cities. His family following settled in Southern California, where he began acting while attending Dorothy High School. He attended the University of Southern California with Rick James student in Japan. He was studied karate and karate under Marshall Magarama and the Japan Karate Association. His acting career began with this. His breakthrough as an actor came when he was cast in English Channel as Wise Emperor in 1987. And in 1989, he played undercover agent in Hong Kong notorious boy James Bond in the film License to Kill. And in 1991, he starred alongside Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee in the action film Showdown in Tokyo. Anyway, we played the role of Yakuza boss Yoshiya. He also starred alongside James Hall, Margot Bombasser, pronounce it, and Jeff Speakman. Same year in the film The Perfect Weapon, where he played Cobb and assisted Korean mafia families. Wow. In 1993, he starred as a way on Scion, the Japanese historian list in Rising Sun, where Sean Connery, Wesley Snipes, and Harvey Keitel played detectives and holding various viewpoints about the murder of the young woman that Toya Carter's character was being framed for. Wow. He appeared for the film Mortal Kombat in 1995 as Sawyer Shang Chua. He was part of the role in the web series Mario Kombat Legacy in 2014. The video game Mortal Kombat 11, not 2019. Wow. Okay. He also appeared as Power Leader Kobe Singh in The Phantom 1996. And Tommy was also the actors, producers, and directors who appeared in the documentary Shining Screen in 2006. Directed by Jeff Abubashi, something like that. Anyway. But we presented an Asian American man in Hollywood. He's also the played the Washi Marasi in Take It, the film adaptation of the video game franchise. In 2006, he provided the voice of Bob Washington in Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo. Okay, that was expected. He's also in the film Johnny Tomasi in the sequel to Johnny Kawasha back in Board 2007. But 1999 and 2007. Anyway, between those two films, Toshi played a Taurus Manticore called in Tim Burton's version of Planet of the Apes in 2001. He played Toshi in Revenge, Powerful CEO in Japan, and Emily Former's mentor in her quest for revenge. In season 2, Washington took over the role of Washo Sadra, who was unable to continue due to successful scheduling conflicts. Wow. Toronto also played the role of Shogun Toronto Washi in 2013 film 47 Run. In 2015, Toronto was cast as one of the lead characters, while Washi Toronto, the trade minister of the Pacific States in America, in Amazon's Man I Castle, based on Philip K's Dick's novel with the same name. Also, November 2015, both he and Tom Hanks' Last Dragon, Wanderings the Fist of Legend Legacy of the War of the Torment, action of his showcase and expo. In 2015, he was a convent at Eastern Omarsky. In 2016, he acquired Russian citizenship. In your morning hours of December 4th, 2025, which is yesterday, he died at his home in Santa Barbara, California. He was 75 years old. He was from prevention of stroke. He was surrounded by his children. Now let's do the moment of silence for prevention in regards to not 1, not 2, but 8 death topics right now. Thank you. Rest in peace, 8 people. Now let's do I'm gonna say one news report for now, and then we'll do the well watched statements that we have discussed for the past April, May, June, July. 9 months, because I've been extremely busy doing projects and other things. But we'll do it right after this is over. But anyway, Quora was leaving the consumer market to met AI data to consumer demand, which makes the question to do this news, by the way. Good business where you find, I guess. Well, we'll see. Well, this happened yesterday. Margaret is pulling commercial in the consumer products business, not because the people are buying it anymore, but because they're showing the products directly into Zero Mall of AI direct data centers more profitable. Anyway, the companies announced today the Verge that will be winding down the sales of crucial products, the high quality budget RAMs and SSDs at the end of February 26. Wow. The AI driven forward in the Coursera led to the surge in demands for memory and storage. EVP and Chief Business Officer Morgan Summit said this. Morgan had made the difficult decision to exit commercial consumer business in order to supply and support the larger consumer and faster growth segments. This saddens me, but that's just difficult times. To quote Ronnie Cox with Dick Jones, the main corporation villain in the 1987 movie RoboCop, says this: "Good business is where you find it." Now, Marcom's announcement is just for heartbreaking PC builders. Well, it's unlike me, because I'm more of PC builders is just, I've been doing this in the late 90s, early 2000s. I play those, but I want to play in a Mac, not on Windows at the time. But anyway, move on. Especially those who are Relying on the years of questionable parts, quality and authority to upgrade and eventually their computers. The questionable MX500 has been our goal to budget SSD for years, while the T500 to our favorite virtual SSD for PS5. Now, I haven't been a PS5 yet, but I'll do it next year. Be look out for it. But casual may only be the first big caution of the massive and growing memory of demand in the AI industry. This is sad to me, I know, but which has already been the impressionable casual today. Saw price swings in RAM. PC World reported last month that the pressure of concerned price could be variable across high-end games for years to come. In some instances, rumors last month suggested that Microsoft will yet again raise prices on Xbox Series X and S consoles, or that they would become unavailable altogether due to the cost of RAM. That was sad to me, but this is difficult times. Now, that was that news to talk about, and let's do the what I watch on everything else that I have not done in 9 months. Okay? What I watched Disney Plus is not just a Goo, Gemini Master Season 3, and Into the Void, Life, Death, and Heavy Metal, episodes 1 to 8. What I watched on Paramount Plus is nothing but a good time, the uncensored story of Not A's Higher Mail, episodes 1 through 3. And what I watched on HBO Max, Barry's World, Season 1, episodes 10 and through 12. What I watched on Prime Video, it's easy. Mr. Dress Up, The Magic of Make Believe. And finally, what I watch on Netflix, Dungeons and Dragons, episode 1. That's all I watch on these TV for the past several months. So that's all I gotta talk about today. I'm gonna fix this whole app thing. So there you go. I'll watch 13 to 52 ASAP, but not right now. But anyway, on Barney's World, anyway. But then Dungeons & Dragons ASAP, but that's just me, of course. Anyway, that's all we're going to talk about one watch segments. Now let's move on to Game 7. It's not be a whole lot longer, but we're going to do it anyway. So let's do super generic quiz game, and of course, take your pick, and let's do 2 games. Just do 2 Game 7 today. We're going to do 3, but nah. Let's do or 4, but now let's do 2 today. Shall we? So we got 4. Here we go. Spice Girls, follow my turn. Oh no, come on. I want domination points. Yankees points, sir. Philadelphia points. 0 points. $10,000. Here we go. Okay. Let's do some power answer. Yeah. There we go. Let's do it. If I no idea. You know what? I'll play. Let's do what let's play some Warbang. Here we go. Let's do take a pick with this one. Nah. Pass. A for what? There we go. What? Oh, I need that. Yes! There we go. There we go. More, yeah! Gee, there we go. Buggy. Huge auto. Buzzy, what? That'll be work. Gee. Oh no. Not really work. Do I need to not spell anything? Oh, come on. Oh, yeah. 50 gone. What? Nice. Nino. Oh, come on. Nino! That means Nino for the weekend. It's hard work. Let's look. Without T. Gobs and more. That's all I spell. So, and let's play some, hey man, if that doesn't work out, then, oh well, we try. Oh man, that ain't gonna work. Well, oh thank God. Category is Various brands A, E, U, R, B. Sabro. There we go. One borough. Various brands over here. There's the I, U, R, G, C. For crying out loud. That's it. Okay. Much better than the 50,000 video special short run. Every picture characters A, E, I, O, U. E, S. Captain. Oh, I know this is Captain America. R. Okay, there we go. Got it. Categories America. Towards the game. A, E, I, O, U. Bounce house. That's it. Got it. Okay, locations A, E, I, O, U. No idea. A librarian. Occupation. There we go. Categories physical characters again. A, E, I, O, U. Juliet someone. C. D. No idea. B. H. No idea. What is it called? Copy it. Okay. Okay. We have word search and we'll wrap up the show. Whip the bang, random play, and one says, if I would do this during my 50,000 minutes special, Hong Kong, Vancouver, let me see, Montreal, there we go. Vancouver, Madrid, there we go. Oh, man. Right. Rome. That's it. Lima. Okay. That's not it. Hang on. Yeah. Okay. Athens. There we go. I was spelled wrong. Cheerio. Perfect. Frankfurt. Legos. Perfect. Lima. I found it. There you go. 2 words left. Got it. Easy. Maggio. Maggio. Very good. There we go. And that's it for Game 7 for the day. And I'm going to minimize it. Hang on. Before we go, let's have some notes for the day. Hang on. I'm going to close it real quick. And they are as follows. December 5th, 2025, we're going to do like LJPCBM special, Christmas special for parts 1 through 5. Then we got, I was going to do something for December 6th, but I couldn't. We'll do Reese's Joke 132 at that time frame. But we'll do Switch Sunday's epic series finale between Swapins and then Christmas Web Show 135. Because I'm going to do some of the news reports about and all that shebang. And then after this will be Will Jeopardy and Millionaire, all that shebang. Then December 8th, we got Reese's Joke 133, Will Fortune Daily, Jeopardy Daily. And then Weekend Celebrations 299, Will Fortune Daily, and Jeopardy Daily, and so on. And December 10th, 11th will be Born Jokes 60, and so on. We'll be back for Elgin Fridays, 436. One of the episodes will be fall season of Elgin Fridays will be coming away December the 12th, 2025. So be looking out for that, and there you go. That was the Elgin Fridays episode number, let's say 435. Hope you enjoyed. This with me, Bob Ross, 4 years later, plus a recap on my 50,000 video special that happened earlier today. To work off, suggest my video, what else you fries because we're still out. See ya.